Hello! Welcome back to
Hello,
the third video in our series of You, Me, We. Couples inspiring each other to reach their full potential. And we are so excited for this third video to share with you more about what we have learned in our 25 years of marriage, but also what we've learned through helping lots of other married couples and premarital couples through some challenges and seasons of their lives. And so we're very excited to talk to you today. We're going to be talking about today balancing seasons and speaking up. Wow. We're going to go a little deep in your business right now because, you know, our first two videos we focused on honor and what it was to honor the gifts, talents, and interests, natural God-given purpose that God has placed on the inside of our spouse. Yep. He has them, I have them, yourself and your spouse have them, as well as your future spouse if you're engaged or looking to be married in the future. Everyone is called of God to do something specific that only they can do. And it is very important as couples to tune into that, to support that, to honor that, and to walk with your spouse through that. And so we're going to talk about different seasons because, believe it or not, you're both not always in the same season. Right? Sometimes you have, as we talked about in a previous video, you have solitary pursuits that you support each other in. Then you have joint vision and joint household pursuits that you're going for together. But what happens when one of you it's go time for one of you and it's preparation, or I guess you could say closet time for the other?
Or support.
Yeah, more of a supporting role. So that's something that we had to deal with over the years. And it can get sticky. It can get sticky because you want to make sure that your heart is right. That when it is your spouse's time to shine, to be promoted, to open their business, or to go to another level in their career, whatever the situation is, you want to make sure that you are playing a supporting role in that film and that you are not getting so anxious for your time that you miss the opportunity to praise and celebrate their time.
Yeah, because what you have to do is, I think we talk about this in the book, but you have to discern those opportunities. You have to really get a sense of, okay, what's going on? And again, as you're being one, let's say, and you're going for opportunities, whatever those things are, and those doors begin to open, you can begin to sense and see that there's something happening with your spouse or with yourself. And as you go through those doors, things kind of begin to open for you. They begin to unfold, and they begin to kind of garner a lot of your attention because now you're kind of in your moment and you're operating in your sweet spot.
Right.
And like Karla said, it may not be happening for the other spouse. So now you have to also discern if it's not happening for you. Okay, I have to lend my support. How do I do that? And but that's part of being one. That's part of the whole you, me, we.
Yes.
That would make your household successful and being one as a married couple.
Yeah. And that we've had times in our lives where we had to step back and say, okay, it's not my moment to shine. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. There was a time in my career as a speaker where I was doing a lot of traveling. And I could not have done what I've done and what I've continued to do throughout my career without this man. I mean, I have 6 children. Not only do we have 6 children, we homeschool 6 children for the last 15 years. So you can imagine there's a lot that goes into that. And if I'm gone for 2 weeks at a time on the other side of the planet, who's holding up the reins? Who's taking care of things at that time? He was playing a supportive role while still working and, doing all the things that he had to do as well. So that was a really busy time, and it's starting to ramp up again. Mm-hmm. What's exciting is that we plan on doing some of these things together. So, but, and then you have, there's been times where his career took, center stage. When I left my job way back in 2007 to be a stay-at-home mom, I was on a fast track in my career. Yeah. And I had attained at that point what was my dream job at the moment. And just decided I wanted to be a mom, or wanted to be full-time at home with my kids. And that was a sticky decision for me because I enjoy corporate America.
See, I think what you begin to see is this: every decision will begin to kind of tell you if you're paying attention what's happening with the both of you or one of you. So, for example, I had a job change where I wasn't working like I would normally work. I wasn't in the roles that I would normally have in where career is considered. It was kind of a step back, if you will. But the step back that I'm thinking that it is, and it was still part of God's timing, because it was supportive and it was the right time for Karla to do the things that she was beginning to step into. And so
I would have never been able to do it if he didn't have the job that he had at the time to be able to take off and take the reins at home when I'm gone.
And so I had to know also with that, while I'm pursuing, is it the right time for me to go for the things I'm going for, or recognize that in this season, this is where I'm supposed to be to support what God is trying to do in her life. Right. So you have this kind of, again, push and pull. And again, like I said, supporting. And so if I'm in a supportive role, that doesn't mean that God is not doing anything in my life at that moment.
You're in preparation.
But what does it look like?
Right.
And that's the thing. What does it look like? And so those are some ideas that we're talking about.
And then another example of that would be, he's in school for his PhD right now. That takes a lot of time. So that means that a lot of things fall on me, and I got to be okay with that. But when it was my time, a lot of things fell on him, and he was okay with that. So you have to determine what season you're in your marriage for your joint pursuits as well as your individual pursuits, and support each other through those seasons without pride, without jealousy or selfishness. But just know that when one of you succeeds, you both succeed. So all of our experiences that we've each had together as well as separately have culminated into, experience that will benefit us together in how we run this ship, how we live our lives, and the things that we pursue together in the future. So seasons and timings are very important, and it's important for you to discern when your spouse is in a season like he is right now, where you might have to pick up more of the slack like I do right now, but that's okay. Because when it was the other way around, that's where he was, and he was willing to do that. And because we're a team, it's not you or me, it's we.
It is us.
Everything is about the entire relationship, us as a team. So
with that being said, also, as we kind of piggyback off of this subject, you have those times, again, when I say every decision kind of determines a direction. Well, what if you make a decision that determines a direction and it's the wrong direction? Well, we've experienced a couple of those in our life.
Yes, we have.
And we've experienced kind of the fallout because they were wrong decisions that required course direction.
Yes.
But this is the issue. If we had talked about these scenarios before the decision was made, the direction wouldn't have gone that way.
Right.
And so we're talking about that we have to speak up, which is a chapter in our book. If we had spoken up, meaning the other spouse had spoken up about what I was seeing or what Karla was seeing, about a direction was being made
that we weren't quite sure about, but didn't want to ruffle the feathers.
Right. Didn't feel like we wanted to offend.
Right.
But again, it's not about offense, it's about what you're sensing and perceiving that, again, spiritually, by God, this is not a good decision.
You got to trust each other's discernment as well. That's important.
Yeah.
So, important stuff. And what kind of goes with that is financial priorities. When I was traveling, that's where the financial priorities, went at the time. And now that he's in school and there's things that he has to do, there's time and commitment and money and all kinds of things involved. That's the financial priority, and you have to make sure that you're okay with that. Again, that push and pull and seasons and determining where money needs to be allocated and what you need to do to make sure that your spouse is supported, not just with your cheers and your hurrahs, but also with the bank account, right? Because that's showing support as well. Because many of the things that either both of you together or separately want to pursue, it's going to cost some money.
Oh, yeah.
So very important. So very excited for you to get the book, You, Me, We. I know that you will enjoy it. I think that it'll be blessing to both singles as well as engaged and definitely married couples.
No matter what stage you are in the relationship,
yeah,
we believe the book will be exceptionally helpful for you.
And then I also want to share with you our new marriage journal. It's called I Would Marry You All Over Again. And it's a writing prompt journal for husbands and wives to share. And it's pretty special because each of you get to write on the same topic. So I'll read just a few of those. My dreams for our future are, you make me feel adored when. Growing old together looks like. The very first writing prompt, which is very sweet, my favorite memory of our wedding. And then in the back are just love letters that you can write back and forth to each other. So writing prompt journal just to share your heart with your love and just build your relationship and keep it strong. So we will be back with one more video to share with you regarding our experience and to talk more about our book, You, Me, We. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.